Konbawa Mina, and after the long wait since April, it's finally time to start a playthrough of Pokemon Coliseum, a game that came out for the GameCube in March 2004, and how funny too, it came out around the same time World Finals 5 happened, so of course my ass didn't play it till we got back because we went out to Vegas for World Finals 5, and man, that sucked, but hey, World Finals 5 was well worth the wait to play this. Now, this game is a little bit interesting to say the least. And matter of fact, okay, I think I got a new game on here. Colosseum's a little bit interesting in that both like a main series game, like the handhelds, but it's not at the same time. It does follow a story, and you do catch Pokemon. However, there's a little twist that you might have to wait a bit before you actually see, because you're limited to, I think it was like 40-something Pokemon total, 40 to 50 in total you can actually catch. And there's a little twist to them that you're going to find out later on. But anyways, man, it's nice to actually get the series started. It takes place in the Orre region, which is not a region from any of the games normally. It's based upon Arizona, I believe. And the funny thing is, there is no wild Pokemon available to catch. So you're probably wondering, how on earth do you get like 40 or 50 Pokemon if there's none available to catch? Well, you're gonna find out in a bit as I get this new game started. I hope it has a memory. I think it made a memory card. At least I hope it did. Oh, that's right. I think I got save states. I'll have to look up exactly what the button is if that's the case. But anyways, keep the original aim for west. So now here's a cutscene for y'all to get a little better understanding of the plot. And how about that too, seeing that Skarmory fly around in the air too, even though there's not supposed to be any wild Pokemon here. So anyways, that's Wes, and of course it's Espeon Umbreon, which of course, that's our starters in the game. Always male. Oh wow, Umbreon has a lot of HP. Espeon is kind of low though, so let's go check out the stats. And of course, they are the only starters that are over, I think the only starters that are over level 5 at the beginning of the game, and of course the only ones that have EXP at the beginning too. And they both have Synchronized, although I think that's the only abilities Umbreon and Espeon have. And of course Umbreon with Bite, Secret Power, Taunt, and Snatch. And Espeon with Confusion, Return, Reflect, and Helping Hand. Now, normally in Pokemon, like I say, in most of the games, they're single battles. So Reflect and Helping Hand normally would be pretty useful. But in Coliseum and it's sequel XD, almost all the battles, actually all the battles here in Coliseum are double battles. So moves like Helping Hand stuff actually have a use which they normally do not have. So anyways, if you didn't really get the plot, Wes is a former member of Team Sagnem, which is the place that he just blew up. They are one of the villainous teams in Orre. And the device he stole, as you can see on his arm, is a snag machine. And it's a device that makes it so Pokeballs can actually snag trainer-owned Pokemon, which normally is impossible. Now you'd think with this, and being a former member of Team Sagnem, you'd think maybe he would use them to steal Pokemon. Well, yes, but also for a good reason too. Because those 40 to 50 Pokemon I mentioned earlier, they're not normal Pokemon we're actually trying to get. They're shadow Pokemon. shadow Pokemon are Pokemon that Team Cipher, the other villainous team in the region that Sagnem worked for, that actually closed the heart of Pokemon to make them fighting machines, basically. And the goal of the game is to catch them all and purify them. And of course, that is going to take a long ass time before I can actually purify them. And it's going to take a little bit longer too before you actually get my first shadow Pokemon catchable, at least. And I definitely got to learn how to do save state when that happens, because oh my god, in this game you can't save like on the fly with like pause and stuff like normal games. You have to actually go to a PC and stuff like that. It's really annoying. And especially too, growing up, I didn't realize this too until like many years later. For all of you that played Generation 3, remember at first when this came out here in the US was March 2004. The only games at the time were Ruby and Sapphire. And back then, remember, almost all the Johto Pokemon were not available to catch. And a big chunk of the Pokemon from Kanto were not available to catch. Well, Colosseum was one of the games that Nintendo used as like a forced purchase. That way you can get all the Gen 2 Pokemon, because almost all the Gen 2 Pokemon that were not available in Ruby and Sapphire are available here, along with some from Hoenn. And then of course, if you all remember, later on that fall of 2004, Fire Red and Leaf Green came out, which gave us the option for the final Kanto Pokemon that weren't available at first. And I think there's something wrong with the emulator too, because I had this problem with Luigi's Mansion 2 with the analog stick, where the characters keep moving and stuff. Like no matter what I do, I can't seem to ever get the fix or not. And I've had this problem for like 2 years now. No matter what, it never goes away for some reason. So now that's not a problem for like Pokemon Luigi's Mansion, but for the other games, that might be a problem if I ever do games of them. So yeah, pretty smart, but pretty on a dick move part for Nintendo to do that. Well, actually not Nintendo, Game Freak. I only have some of the Pokemon from Kanto and Johto available. That way people have to buy Colosseum to get all of them. And then of course later on get Fire Red and Leaf Green when they come out too, to get the rest of them. And it's funny how I got the volume now at 20%. It's still quite loud, as we're finally getting to our first battle in the game, as Wily sends out his Zigzagoon. And of course this will be pretty easy, so much I don't even really have to use the strategies of Espeon using Helping Hand at all, or Reflect. Just 2 Confusion and a Bite should do the job. Actually, it's gonna probably take more Bite from Umbreon since you have terrible attack, special attack. Whereas Espeon excels in that. As she Zigzagoon falls just like that. Alright, so now here we go with a Bite. It's probably not gonna be enough. As always. That's pretty bad. That Umbreon can't one-shot in the first battle. And of course, that Growl is not going to hurt anyone since Bite's physical back then. I'm special back then. Hope the game's not too loud. Alright, so now another Bite and another Confusion to finish the job. As the Zigzagoon went down. Alright, so now that you're taken down, get some little bit more EXP. And of course, remember this is back before pre-Gen 6, so they actually have to split the EXP. So yeah, that makes training kind of difficult in double battles. Even battling someone really strong, that's also a problem, unfortunately. Alright, so now we're gonna have to leave the outskirts stands for now. We're gonna be coming back here later, and we're heading to Fennec City, or whatever it's pronounced, which I think is the game's equivalent to Phoenix. An oasis in the desert, pretty much. Oh god, you gotta wonder where they get all that water from. And of course, if you remember seeing Truly and Folly earlier, you're gonna see them again right here. As that little bag they're carrying is gonna reveal their secret. As Wes heard in the background, so now I gotta take care of, I think it was Folly. And his team still, I believe, oh yeah, Folly, still normal types, although it has a Zigzagoon, it has a Whismur in replace. Oh, all Whismur, huh? Alright, so, okay, this one's at 25. I think Umbreon has the opportunity to level up here normally as well. Alright, so same thing like last time, another bite and another confusion. Although I don't think Whisper normally has good special defense, so maybe they'll get one shot here. And thankfully, Espeon took down the stronger Whisper. So hopefully Umbreon could take down this Whisper in one shot. And he can, of course. Why am I not surprised? Well, someone's going to take their first hit on here, unfortunately here. At least there's a PC here after this, but it's going to take a bit. Well, that Uproar, for being 50 power, still did an okay amount. Alright, here we go. Another confusion. Man, Espeon must be hit so fast here. Well, it has a helpful IV. Nature. Alright, as Umbreon did get to 27. And of course, Espeon's got a while to go before getting to 26. And of course, I gotta heal up. But first things first, gotta help out here. As we're about to get a new member onto the team, although not Pokemon, unfortunately. Man, I'm gonna enjoy saying a whole bunch of Colosseum shipping throughout the game, too. Man, I've seen so much artwork on that, it's awesome. And of course, I gotta go forward in a second. There we go. Alright, oops. Damn controller. Alright. Loosen up the bag, and out comes Rui. And her censored form because, Americans can't handle her wearing a short skirt and a shirt that shows her midriff. Oh my god, what a bunch of pussies Americans were back in 2004. And still are to this day over something so stupid, for crying out loud. It's ridiculous. Now, Rui actually serves a importance. The reason why she was kidnapped is because she can see shadow Pokemon. See, shadow Pokemon, normally you can't see them. I mean, I'm to tell the difference between a regular Pokemon. However, shadow Pokemon have an invisible aurora that only Rui can see. So she has to identify the shadow Pokemon before I can catch them, which is done every time in a battle when one appears. Okay, we're going the right way now. Alright, so that's a little weird how I was hitting the directional pad. Directional pad, and I had to have the maps all set out, so I don't know why. I'm pretty sure because directional pad moves the character around back then too, so that was a little odd how it didn't work right there. Alright, so since I don't know off the top of my head what's the save state, I'm just gonna save right here to be safe and get that finally my first chance to save. Alright, so now, of course, before I continue on the story, there's a whole bunch of trainers around here you can battle too, which of course, unlike Sugar Conroy, I'm going to do right off the bat and get them over with. Alright, the first, no, not right here. I think there's an item back, no, not here. I know there's an item upstairs, I mean not upstairs, above the Pokemon Center, but I'll get to that soon. You battle, I know that for a fact. And there's another trainer you can battle here too as well, besides the pre-gym in the Colosseum, but of course I'll have to wait till later on. And a Hoothoot and Sentry, which by the way, their evolved forms will be Shadow Pokemon, which I'll be able to get later on. And of course I'll explain more about Shadow Pokemon when they come up more to explain them a little bit better for anyone that's never played this series before. Alright, so Hoothoot's going to have a whole bunch of special defense in comparison to Sentry. So hopefully one confusion will take you down. Wow, you held on pretty good. Hey, you got confused. That's good. And watch, Umbreon's bite won't be enough still. Yep, that's pretty bad. And not good Hoothoot hit itself. And of course, Sentry's got... Oh, good! Sentry flinched! Both screwed up there! Oh, that's nice. Hoothoot hit himself. Sentry flinched. As the Sentry went down. And Espeon might level up here, perhaps. Oh, that's a stretch, though, probably. Nah, he's not. Alright, a bite to finish off the Hoothoot. Alright, so now, there's still one more trainer to take care of. And of course, I gotta get that item, too, up here as well. I got a whole bunch of... You get a whole bunch of items, too, at the very beginning of the game as well. Alright, so now, to go up here and get the item, and then on the left side, the right side is another trainer. Alright, so now of course I gotta go into the mayor's office, which is that building right there, but I think I'm gonna do that in the next episode. Because I'm gonna finish it off by battling the last trainer over here. As we go and no, it's not. I think it's the guy over back here. Matter of fact, I think there's also an item back here too. An item box, I mean to say. Nope, doesn't seem to be. Alright. So now, here we go. This guy, I believe, has all bug. So Espeon has, I think he has all the Whirlpool line, including Cascoon as well. So Espeon should excel right here. At least not at first, unfortunately, since they're both pure bug. But this should be a guaranteed level up for Espeon. Alright, so here we go. A bite on you and a confusion on the Silcoon. I mean, that bite's definitely got a one-shot Wurmple. I mean, that thing has, like, no defense whatsoever. As the Silcoon went down, Cascoon definitely will not survive a hit from that. When it's super effective. Huh, didn't say anything out yet, so I guess maybe doesn't have... I'm pretty sure you have, Silcoon, Cascoon. And wow, Umbreon, that's pretty bad. You can't even take down a Wurmple on one shot. That's really, really bad. I mean, Wurmple has, like, no stats, like, whatsoever. And, of course, doing String Shot lowered everyone's speed. Just great. And, of course, remember, this is, I think it was now starting in Gen 4, where the battle continues on, and then, a Pokemon sent out. Back then, you sent out a Pokemon as soon as it fainted, remember? So I could have sworn you had a Cascoon, but hopefully it'll be just enough for Espeon. Yes! Espeon leveled up. Got free Espeon HP, that's pretty good. Alright, so now, that's gonna probably end the episode off here, as I'm gonna have to heal up these two. And then the next episode, we gotta take care of a whole bunch of more battles. And then, of course, we're gonna find TM41. I think that's Torment, though. Which I don't think is really good, unfortunately. Yep, Torment. I think Umbreon learns it. Oh, Umbreon can learn it, but not yet. I'm pretty sure you can learn it leveling up, but I don't think I'm going to teach you that. Although that move might be useful in the game later on, who knows. But I'm going to end the episode off here. In the next episode, we got to take care of a whole bunch more battles. And then we're going to finally get my first Shadow Pokemon. So, done.